Hi guys, this is Brittany from Canadian Beats, and I have Geraldine from The Once on the phone with me. How are you tonight?
I'm so good. It's so nice to hear your voice.
Yeah, it's so nice to touch base. So, Geraldine, my first question for you is what is the music industry like in Newfoundland? Like, how do you excel there? What are some of the downfalls you find?
Oh man, I imagine it's like most places. It's tough. The hardest part about it, I guess, is that you're on an island, and just to get off the island takes if you're driving. And in the beginning, when you do everything in a van, um, you have to travel across the province if you're from St. John's, and then take a ferry. So it's about 26 hours before you're in another province, or you can fly there. And but everything just seems so far away. So when you're starting, you play a lot of like you're back and forth from St. John's Cornerbrook, St. John's Cornerbrook. Even to get to Labrador is really hard and expensive. So those are serious challenges. Although we have the arts and culture centers, which do help out as much as possible to artists who have gotten a little bit of a movement going within the community. But on the other hand, there's something really sweet about how you are on an island, and it feels like everybody who's into it really wants it, really loves what they do, or what is the point. And I mean, there's something wicked crazy about the amount of talent on the island anyway. It's foolish how many people, it seems like every third person, I'd say every second person, two out of three, let's say, two out of three can sing or play an instrument or something. And the other ones want to and just decided, I'm going to do something else. And can't. I think I've only met two people that are tone deaf from Newfoundland. And I think, I'm serious. My dad was one of them.
But that's amazing. It's so nice to hear that you guys all come together as a community and everyone's so uplifting of each other.
Oh, now that is huge, and like everybody is supporting everyone always on every side. At least from where I stand, everybody feels like just to bring up Alan Doyle for one. Like if you come up in the industry and he sees that you even sang a show once somewhere, he'll start promoting you. He'll be like, "This is another band from Newfoundland," and we all do it, right? There's another group. This is another singer. This is another reason to love where I'm from, And there is a bit of pride here or I should say, because I'm not there right now, but that's just palatable, and you can feel it everywhere you go. And that's I've never noticed anything different than that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys also just released your new album, Time Enough, which is amazing. What was your creative process behind doing it, though?
Well, we had just finished Departures. We had just gotten off tour with Passenger. We were in the process of writing, and then we ended up writing 5 songs for this EP, and then we put that out as an EP because it kind of didn't fit anywhere and in the mood of what we were doing. And then we just started listening to all of our heroes in life, like Fleetwood Mac and everyone I could think of. For me personally, like the Ryan Adams of the world, and Dolly Parton, and any type of music that we listened to growing up, even the Eagles, like Beatles, Beach Boys, just everything that we used to love growing up. We just started listening to it hardcore. And we were writing a lot about our influences on the road and with the people that we've met, and based on their attitudes towards the world. And, a lot of them were younger people and a little bit younger than us and at a different stage in life than us. And we felt like we had something to offer them that, that was a little more universal than maybe we have, because we haven't really delved that deep into the universal themes before. Like, for instance, like dying or self-confidence, self-worth, that inner voice that threatens to tear you down, or just memory or whatever, or your own mortality. And who you are in your life. And we started really, it was just there. It was just present. And we're like, that is the stuff we were writing about loneliness, being away from those you love, finding out what's important to you. And the older you get, the more you realize your confidence of where you want to be in life. And it's a beautiful thing. And so we started writing apart again. We usually write apart. And then we came together, we came to PEI actually, and we started going through the songs and going, what do you think of this one? What do you think of that one? And then we once-ified them is what we call it. And we really made it our own. And then when we were in the studio with Dan Lebwell, we just started thinking, well, here are our heroes. These are who we are influenced by. And based on the instruments that you have here that everybody can play, I think we can make an album that truly reflects what we grew up with and what we love and who we are. And it was really nice, and the first time we've ever felt that way. So
you can definitely hear it in your songs. Like, your songs have so much love and passion behind them that you know that everything had so much thought into it.
Oh my God, some lines took so long.
I can only imagine.
It's like, why are we torturing ourselves on this line? It's because we got 3 minutes to say what we need to say. So each line kind of has to have 1 or 2 or 3 meanings so you can get all of it across. And so when you listen to it a few times, you can hear it a different way. Because that's the music we grew up with too. It's like the more you listen to it, the stronger your connection is with it because it means more every time. And that's where we were at. That's the stage we were at. And we are at in life.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys are also in the middle of a Canada tour right now, but you're heading over to Europe soon. So where is your absolute favorite place to play in Canada?
In Canada?
Yes.
Oh my God. Well, I think there's a couple places. One place we keep going back to over and over again because people are. When we were in the beginning stages of doing this, we were like, okay, well, how do we get ourselves into the picture? And there was this Home Roots tour that you did. You did all house concerts in all these tiny little towns in the middle of nowhere, but in Saskatchewan and in Manitoba, and in places that you never see. Like, we saw the Northern Lights, we saw beautiful animals, like we saw some of the most beautiful parts of the country and some of the kind of people. Because, small towns, right? And then, because of it, we ended up doing this show in Saskatoon at the basement. And I swear to God, everyone who was on that tour came down. Everyone who was in the audience showed up. And they keep showing up every time. And they're like our first audience members that really, truly care about what we're doing outside of home, And so that place has become a super special place, and we've outgrown it. But we still keep going back. It's just because I don't want to let that go, and we can move on. But I just keep thinking, there's something special about this place, and we were just there last month. And as soon as you get there, there's this big warm hug from so many people, and they have the same amount of pride. I swear to God that people at home do, like especially in Cornbrook or St. John's, like. And we play. Another one is Gower Street United Church. We do a Christmas show for the last 10 years there, and and it always feels like the end of the year. And we can, as soon as that show's done, it's like, okay, I'm going to relax. And I really feel like I can, and I really let go. It's like, let's start a fire. Let's not like burn down something, but like in an actual stove. And let's cook and just really, so that one is really special. We just played the Mod Club in Toronto. And even though I heard like it was a bit of a hardcore kind of place, I really loved that show. It was my favorite show in Toronto so far. And I feel bad for all the places that I played there because there have been so many. But that one was my favorite.
I love the Mod Club. I'm a big fan of it.
man, did I ever love it. The people were great. Everybody was standing, because a lot of places we go, people sit, right? And in Europe, that's not the case. In Europe and the UK, everybody stands. And, you know, it's like the mod club everywhere over there for us. But over here, it's very different. And so we kind of, because we had about 3 years between albums, we kind of said, let's just switch it up and see what we can do. See if we can actually get people out to those shows. And then we made sure there were some seats on the side so people, if they wanted to sit, they could. And I tell you, it was magic. I'm so glad we did it.
That's awesome.
It was so worth it. Yeah.
So, Geraldine, my final question for you of the evening is, what can we expect from the Once in 2019?
Oh my God, just a whole series of shows. Got to get back in the studio at some point, I guess, but haven't even thought about writing. Every now and again, I'll write a line down. We'll probably write lines down. But, I mean, there's a big plan to get into even more overseas, say like Australia or more Canadian dates. Just be in Europe and UK, make some plans. I guess some plans that I can't talk about because they're like top secret. But we're very excited about what's coming up for 2019 and 2020. So we have some plans. We're also working on a show called Still Standing with Johnny Harris, and we're writing the music for his. We're writing a whole library for that. So the Once is just busy on all kinds of fronts. But mostly we've gotten to know each other to a point where we are so in love with each other at this point. We're so beyond just being polite to one another. So I can't wait for us to actually sit down, and I think it will be in May, and sit down with each other and just go, okay, where do we go now? And it's never been, like, we've never started planning so ahead before, because it was always a scramble because things just seemed to fall in place. And then you just had to make it work. But now it seems like we've stepped back a little bit, and so I don't know what's going to happen besides touring. But I got a feeling something special is going to happen, because if we do, we feel more at ease with each other than we have ever felt. There's so much trust. And like when you delve this deep into these issues, you just know everything's going to be okay with each other, because there's nothing we haven't talked about. So nothing's off the table. So it's kind of neat.
That's amazing. Well, I'm so excited for you guys to see what's coming up and for you to finish the rest of 2018. And the next 2 years sound like they're going to be a whirlwind of amazingness.
Your voice is so kind. You have no idea. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you. That is the sweetest thing.
You're a doll.
Well, Geraldine, thank you so much for taking the time to jump on the phone with me tonight. It was great to know more about you and your band and your bandmates, and I'm so excited for you guys for the upcoming years.